why we keep talking, but nothing ever seems to change in our relationship. The problem that most couples think they're having in their relationship is communication. If we could just figure out how to talk better, or have a better coach, or learn more skills. But what we realize after talking to couples is they're already talking a lot, and nothing is really changing in their relationship. It could be because the real issue is not how they're communicating, but it's that they're protecting. Two people trying to communicate while their bodies feel threatened, that won't work. A flooded brain cannot listen well. An activated person cannot stay open, curious, vulnerable. And no communication technique survives a nervous system that is super triggered and feels unsafe. And this is why couples keep fighting about the same thing over and over again. Not because they don't get it, or they're not smart enough, or that they don't care, but because this emotional flooding is happening. Why does the brain stop listening? When one spouse raises their voice a little, the other can immediately shut down inside. One spouse can just simply ask, "Can we talk?" And the other spouse will hear, "I am about to be just routed over." One person can feel like they're pursuing, and the other can feel like, "I'm out of here." And both leave the conversation feeling very unseen, and maybe even triggered and unsafe. This is emotional flooding in marriage. And when our body starts preparing for danger, our heart rate goes up, our thoughts, stay constricted, our listening isn't as good, and definitely our defensiveness will take over. And this is why couples talk, but it feels like nothing is ever changing in that relationship. They're trying to solve relational pain while still inside this emotional survival mode. This matters to us spiritually as well. It's important to remember that Proverbs 18:13 says, "To answer before listening is folly and shame." But real listening becomes difficult when your body feels like it's under attack. Regulation does matter. Staying present matters, but safety also matters. What are some reframes that can actually help? So here are 3 that we've come up with. First, stop asking, "How can we communicate better?" You probably know, you probably could teach the course. Start asking, "How do we both become safer with each other?" Second, learn to pause before reacting. This is not the silent treatment, it's not avoiding, it's a pause for regulation. There's a difference. And third, understand that intimate pursue, withdraw cycle together. Most marriages have a pattern where one escalates and the other will withdraw, and one protests and one disappears. Remember, the goal is not winning. The goal is recognizing that dance before it controls the room. Know that negative cycle. Healthy communication is not just words. It's 2 really regulated people staying emotionally present long enough to actually hear each other. And that is where trust will grow, and vulnerability will be understood, and connection will be felt. Subscribe to us at TFC for honest, practical conversations about marriage and emotional communication and healing. We want to walk this with you. We can't wait to see you again very soon.